We are now down to 4 teams with the semifinals ahead. So we're going to start this one off with the goalkeepers and take a look here.
Look, then there were 4, right? And each of these 4 have a unique story. I mean, this guy was smoking cigarettes on the beach a couple months ago, and now he's making big saves for Barcelona. But when I see this foursome, there's 2 that really catch my eye, and I eventually went with consistency with this guy. Inter, Jan Sommer. I mean, this guy is one of the key reasons why the Nerazzurri, the back line, yes, but he's come up with some big saves in the knockout round. But I'm open to a little bit of feedback because I know if you don't pick an Italian, you might get a little feedback and some blowback.
Who is your
From
second
Cupo,
pick?
yes.
My second? Oh, the guy smoking cigarettes.
I love Tech.
No. It's got to be, Gigi was a close second.
I adore Tech. He is a wonderful human and phenomenal goalkeeper, but I do need to, of course, point to Gigi Donnarumma. He is responsible largely for PSG and their quarterfinals pens, the clean sheets, what he managed to keep out, he had stood on his head for them. That's not to say that PSG are not a solid team to begin with. I don't hate that you chose Jan Sommer, but I do have to say, topic of contention here between Gigi and Jan Sommer. I do agree with you, though. So I think he gets the edge out.
I think a big thing is if we're going just on form over the last 2 ties, then you got to go with this guy. That's why I said consistency. UCL this season, and you can't argue with this season. Jan Sommer has been outstanding. I mean, against Bayern Munich across both legs.
He also has the best defense standing in front of him. So he does, not that his work is easy, but he's got a leg up there.
You got to come up with the saves when you're called upon. Against Bayern, he came up with some big saves.
The best defensive
can't
teams
count him out.
so far in Champions League. And Cupo, our perfect segue to the back line.
Okay, the back line. I mean, I want to hear where you as the audience and you, Cupo, really stand on this. Nuno Mendes, right? Leading the Champions League in defenders with goals. He's got 4. We walked away from the tie against Aston Villa talking about this guy. PSG have the 2 best fullbacks in the world right now.
Amen.
Sorry, Federico Di Marco, you are not him, you are not them. You are a close second behind both of these guys. But Hakimi as well, I mean, this guy, 5 assists in the Champions League, and what he's done, I mean, he can do everything. I think, in my opinion, the best fullback in the world's game, left or right. And I want to give some Italian love to Bastoni and Saliba, but I'm smiling thinking of this guy and thinking of PSG's 2 fullbacks because they could be the key reason why they go on and win the treble.
What snubs are we feeling here?
So I want to start with the fullbacks too, because I think that these are 2 special players. And while there are other good options, I think that one was pretty easy. In central defense, Pau Cubarsí, I think it'd be very difficult to take one of Bastoni or Saliba out, but I think Pau Cubarsí has to be in this team for me.
Okay, so I have, first and foremost, I actually have no huge issue with this, but I do think that there is room for a shout for Koundé.
Yeah.
It's very hard, obviously, unless we're going to play an all-defensive starting 11, but I think that that's my only qualm here. Outside of this, and highlighting Bastoni is 1,000% agree with that. Saliba is the backbone of the Arsenal back line. Hakimi is unimpeachable. So
yeah, as Nico Cantor
I can't argue with you there.
You said I want Koundé in the team, but Hakimi is unimpeachable. So which of those?
Let's just say, you can't.
So
have
do
them
you want
all.
Koundé on the team?
I think that he needs a shout. I still agree.
Changing it to the formation.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't want more right backs. We're good.
All right. You know where we might have a little bit debate is when we take a look at Michael Lahoud's midfield.
Okay, the midfield. You might agree with this. You may not. Declan Rice, man. He's eating good. Rice, baby. It's more than just the goals, the free kick goals that we remember against Real Madrid. Or is it just the free kick goals? Because with those goals, and with his performances in the knockout round, I think he's been one of the marquee reasons why the Gunners are in the Champions League semi-finals. He's changed his game. He's taken it to another level. He gets in the box. He's got more of a consistent end product. This guy is truly world class. The guy next to him, Vitinha, he has been one of my players of the season as midfielders. PSG, I think he's the biggest signing they've made probably since they signed Kylian Mbappe a couple seasons ago. He has been that good, worth the private admission, and the best midfield in the world, the metronome for FC Barcelona, tiki-taka, rakata, doesn't matter what rhythm they play to, it's Pedri. So what do you guys think?
Okay, my only issue is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I really, again, defensive mids don't really get a whole lot of love. I get that. However, he's so much more than that for that Inter Milan side. He literally is the calm presence in that midfield. He is a redistributor. He is great on flipping those counterattacks. He's integral to that midfield sort of trio, and I don't think that they have the same strength without him. And so I feel like that would be my biggest argument here in sort of, you need somebody on both sides of the ball. Çalhanoğlu, hands down.
So who'd you drop?
Yeah.
God, this is so hard.
Cupo, I just want to stop looking at the right side right here. Who would you drop this way? Because this guy's
I'm not touching Pedri, and mostly because I like the attacking work that he does in the central channel, and I think he's just a force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, I would have to take Vitinha. I'm so sorry.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the thing is, I was leaning in between Rice or Vitinha, and Rice, I know that obviously he's more recently, I don't want to say he's glowed up, but it's been illuminated that he's got a lot more quality to him, and he has a more rounded game than previously assumed, mostly because he's done things this Champions League season that he's never done before, whether in regular league play or otherwise. So I think that was where I would get caught up. But Pedri, I'm chill with.
I think the midfield trio is perfect, and I love the balance rather than just, in these team of the seasons type stuff. We cheat with a bunch of number 10s, maybe a couple center forwards, or like a wing back that's a winger, right? So I love the balance that this looks like a real team, and I think that these are the three standout midfielders. There are plenty of other options, like you said, Cupo. So I think that Rice has been consistent, but with those moments against Real Madrid, those are the moments, I think, of the Champions League, of that round at least. He's got to be in this team, and I love this trio.
All right, who's banging in the goals?
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
This has been my favorite part. We go with pace. We go with guile. We go with the leader in terms of goal contributions. I mean, Raphinha has been untouchable. We can go through games against Bayern Munich. We can go through so many of the games that he's shown up. Borussia Dortmund, time and time again, this guy has been a match winner. Lamine Yamal, I'm not taking him out because he is that sort of X factor. And if you didn't believe me before I put this list, go back and watch the Copa del Rey final, because Barcelona don't win without him. Ousmane Dembélé, though, he makes my team, and I'm keeping out a certain Inter captain, Lautaro Martinez, because Ousmane Dembélé has been the difference in attack for PSG.
Okay. However, I'll give you Dembélé better at carving into space 1v1s. Go ahead.
No.
I don't want to get up on your top.
You did the MLS ref moment. However, this is you. I'm laying out.
Okay. Lautaro Martinez is responsible for 44% of the goal scoring for Inter. Okay, that's more than any other team in the Champions League. He is also seasoned, veteran, composed, your quintessential 9, whereas I do like Dembélé. It's undeniable talent right there. He's got pace. He's great at carving in space. I do think he's more like a false 9, right winger, more ambidextrous with his feet than, say, Lautaro is. But when you need somebody to get the job done consistently, Lautaro, for me.
You almost swung me. With Lautaro. I love Lautaro. I think he's such a great player. But on the whole this season, what Dembélé has done, again, beyond the goals and assists, just how much that he's carrying. And I know that Lautaro is doing that for Inter as well. It just feels like there's more Dembélé moments, and there's more in this attack. Yes, they're getting goals from fullbacks as well. But I think Dembélé is so important as part of that. Again, this is not a knock on Lautaro at all. I think that he's a fantastic forward. He's got to be very good for them to have a chance to advance to the final. But it's Dembélé for me.
Agree. I think the thing with Dembélé, though, for me, is that he's a little bit more volatile,
yes,
a little
that's
younger,
a good point. Yep.
and so for me, he's more risky.
Yeah, look, Robert Lewandowski is what we have to enter him in the chat.
If he wasn't injured.
If he wasn't injured, then he would be my pick to be there for Ousmane Dembélé. I'm a big Dembélé fan. I'm a big PSG guy. I predicted PSG would beat Liverpool. I love to toot my own horn, as we see on Morning Footy. But just to put a cap on that, the difference between Dembélé and Lautaro Martinez, you take out Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, who I think is actually the more important player for Inter, takes the fulcrum. You take out Ousmane Dembélé from PSG, you take out PSG in attack. So that guy has been more vital to PSG in the final third, in my opinion, for their Champions League success.